Hi.
Hey!
We've
Cheers!
Barry.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Got the Irish Redbreast whiskey.
Oh, very nice.
To be sure. Happy pandemic to you, Mr. Keith Barry. How are you?
I'm grand actually. Yeah, I've recently put a log cabin in my back garden before this whole thing began. For my Christmas present to myself, nonetheless. I put a log cabin in the back garden and I said, listen, don't let my wife or kids hear this, but this is the best Christmas present I ever got, considering what just happened. Yeah.
You're self-isolating from self-isolation then.
Yeah. And you know, my wife and my mother and everybody around was saying, you know, if anybody in your family gets the virus, you know what will happen? You'll be quarantined in your cabin. I was like, it's fine if it's me, but no one else is getting in here. This is my space. No one else is allowed.
I'm so jealous.
You built this cabin around Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas time, yeah.
So before the pandemic hit, you had the foresight to build a wood cabin to protect yourself from the protection. Now, I'm going to ask you something. We've known each other a long time, and I've asked you this before. Are you properly magic? Do you see the future? Because nobody else was building log cabins in their garden 4 months ago, 5 months ago. You're a witch.
My God.
I know you are.
A little inkling that something weird was going to happen in the world. So yeah, I literally, this thing was finished, I'm not joking, like Christmas Eve. Like the electricity.
Oh my God, this is all your fault. Did you manifest this with your magical powers?
No, I'm not taking any credit for that. No.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. I've got a really serious question. I was going to say, what's the difference? What's the difference between a mentalist and a hypnotist? I almost said herbalist, but that is not. But can you just explain to everybody? Because to me, you're just a magical bloody unicorn. But can you just explain to everybody that's watching what is the difference between a mentalist and a hypnotist? Because I literally have no clue. To me, it's just all magic.
Well, it's a good question. So I'm both, and I do magic as well. So I'm a complicated kind of creature, complicated unicorn. So I do magic, I do mentalism, I do hypnosis. But really, the difference between mentalism and hypnosis is mentalism is brain hacking tricks. That's what I do. Get inside people's minds, ramble around, implant information and extract information. Hypnosis is bypassing the conscious mind really and delving into the subconscious mind and basically kind of altering the subconscious mind to get people to do things they wouldn't ordinarily do. So for example, this is mentalism. Let me show you mentalism. So I wasn't even going to show you anything right now, but what the heck, you've asked the question. So
why not?
I'm going to write something down here. Let's go. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to try this. Just look at me, Bex. Okay, got it. Okay, I've kind of scribbled it down. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do part of it behind my back. There we go. Done. Okay. So I've written down a number on this pad. I've written something else as well, but I've written down a number. Ultimately, is all you're concerned with. So I'll hold it up here so you can see the pad. Don't worry about not seeing my face. Just want the pad to be in full screen. The number. I'm going to give you a clue. I'm going to give you a clue, Bex. Actually, this is after this. I'll do something for everybody out there with numbers. Okay, for everybody watching. But for
Nice.
just for you, I'm going to give you a clue. This will help you. The number I've written down is between 1 and 1,000. 1 and 1,000, Bex. So,
I like your rods.
what do you think the number is? Go.
9.
9. Now, you could have went for 999, but you went for 9, which is exactly what I wanted you to do because I wrote down Bex will say 9. Now, thank you for not naming a bigger number or a different number because that just wouldn't have worked, right?
Oh my God.
That wouldn't have been her number.
9 inside your brain. But look, I can send thoughts out to people like your followers and my followers that are watching right now, and they can try this at home. So I did it 1 in 1,000. How I did that was because I can see you. Now, I can't see the people, obviously, that are watching this right now, but I can still try to influence them. So here, and you can play along as well, you and Sean.
Yeah.
I want everybody out there. Oh, actually, I'll extend this a little bit. I want everybody out there to, I'll get back to the number in a moment. I want everybody out there to just imagine for a moment that they're inside my house. And imagine that in the back of the house, there's the playroom for the kids. And there's a big blackboard. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you can see on that blackboard that my kids have drawn a simple geometric shape like a square. Now, obviously not a square because I've said that, but just think of a simple geometric shape like a square. Now that's what my daughter has drawn. Now my son drew a different geometric shape than the other one. So think of a different geometric shape. So you should all, everybody watching and listening, should know right now that they have two simple geometric shapes in their brains, right? And now I want you to imagine that you walk into my kitchen and on just the countertop, there's a vegetable. So real quick, think of a vegetable, okay? And now walk out here to my cabin, and I've got a favorite number that I put on the outside of the cabin. So in your mind, you're all going to think of a number between, well, let's just say 1 and 50. But because people, I can't see them, I'm going to give them a clue, because this will probably be the first time that they've done this. So I want everybody out there to think of a number between 1 and 50, but don't think of it yet. I'm going to give you a clue. It's a 2-digit number, and both digits are different than each other, and both digits are odd, okay? Both digits are different than each other, and both digits are odd, okay? Have you got a number?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And then finally, let's just do this. Imagine that you're outside the front door of my house and just think of the color of my front door. Now, you won't get all of the pieces of information, but depending on different personalities, some people out there, if they're truly psychic, and let us know, let us collectively know by commenting below on whatever comment section that we've got. I was trying to project out into the minds of the people watching. First of all, a triangle and a circle. I was also trying to project out, though, the most important part about this is a carrot. That's what I was trying to.
That's what I carrot. Of course it was a carrot.
I had carrot.
But then I was trying to project out the most important part is number 37. 37. And then finally,
my God.
And finally, the color of my front door is red. Okay.
I'm leaving. I'm going out.
Oh my goodness.
You got all four.
I was being finagled. I could feel it. I could feel you rummaging around in there.
I'm hitting. This is so exciting. I had all of those.
What about you, Sean? You get all 4, Sean?
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I had everything right except the number, and it's because I had a number in my head, and then when you said they have to be odd and different, I was like 35. Wait, it's 35, an odd number.
Good.
And I moved on to the.
You know why this is good? Because people who get the number wrong, and this is how I test people, like in real life. So here in Ireland and across Europe and in the States as well, I play to audiences up, small audiences of 300 or 400, but all the way up to 2,000.
Yeah.
And I pick people like Sean, depending on if they get the shape wrong, I might try and figure out an image, but with him, I'm going to go for a number. So what number do you want me to guess, Sean, belonging to you? Think of a number, like a credit card number.
Okay. Okay. I've got, and do I tell you how many digits it is?
No, just tell me what the number is. Like if it's an age, if it's a date, what do you want me to try and get?
It's a code for unlocking something.
Okay.
Your bedroom.
That's why I was like, should I say what this is? This might be. It's my secret deposit box, which I keep under my bed.
Okay.
We have to, you know what? I want to remember to come back to this because I want to remember to tell you about or remind everyone the night when I came to see you at the Olympia in Dublin, and when you made me do that thing. I want to remember. Yeah. All right, so carry on. I've got a number in my head. Yeah.
Okay. So Bex, it's impossible for anybody to guess the number unless they know how. So Sean, you're going to tell me what the number is. You just won't know how you're telling me. It's as simple as that. So just look at me. Focus on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. First number is Sean. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, Sean. Okay. I'm going to show Bex. That's the way we'll do this. Can you see that, Bex?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sean, what's the first number and the number you're thinking of?
3.
That's exactly.
Is that what you wrote?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at me. This is interesting. Okay. Stick your fingers in your ears, Sean. Stick your fingers in your ears.
La 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 la.
You should tell me, Bex. He's thinking of the PIN number for his bank card. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not get all his money out.
Put your fingers out. Okay, look at me. Focus on the second digit, but this time don't say anything. Just listen to my voice. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. What's the second digit, Sean? Be honest. The second digit. It's a 1. That's exactly what I got. A 1 right there.
I thought you said 2, and I was like, he's got it wrong.
He did.
Aha, he's got it wrong, but you hadn't.
Okay, look at me. Focus on the last 2 digits. Focus on the last 2 digits. Don't say it, just think it. Okay, and just start counting in your mind now. Not out loud, just in your mind. Start counting over and over and over again. Okay, I'm done. I'm committed. I've written down the last 2 digits. I don't know. I could be wrong. for the first time, name out loud. Do you mind sharing what this number is?
Yeah, it's right, because it's not anything important.
Oh, come on, I thought it was your pin.
The third digit is the number 9.
What's the fourth digit?
2.
3192. Just like I got.
He's a wizard.
Change the locks on everything. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Now, obviously, if you can do that, you must be a danger to every casino, government building, data. Like, do the government get worried about people like you? Because that's genuinely concerning. I mean, randomly picking 4 numbers, how many combinations are there for that? 4 million?
Well, here's a funny thing that you need to know. Every magician in the world spins a yarn. So since we're young, we kind of hear the yarn, and the yarn glues to us. And the yarn is this: oh, I'm banned from every casino in Las Vegas. So
yeah,
every magician says that, right? Here's the truth, though. So I was in Vegas. I was headlining in Planet Hollywood a couple of years ago, and I was in the Hard Rock, and I was sitting down. I was gambling. I'm not a big gambler. It was like a $20 table. It was for blackjack. I was gambling away. I was just having a lot of fun, but I was placing a lot of irregular bets because I was card counting. So anybody who doesn't know card counting, it's not illegal, but they frown upon it in the
they frown upon losing money.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I was there and I was card counting and whatever, and I kind of forgot that I was at the time headlining, so my name was everywhere. So this big burly security guard comes over and he just goes, "Mr. Barry, we'd rather not have your company tonight." And I actually looked at him and went, "Oh my God, are you gonna tell me are you gonna kick me out? Am I being kicked out?"
Arrested?
No, Mr. Barry, we're not kicking you out. We're just telling you we'd rather not have your company tonight. I was like, yes!
Oh.
I just got kicked out of the Palms Hotel.
Yeah, you get to say that. You get to live the legend.
And then I found out pretty shortly
when Vegas reopens, I want to go with you. And like, why don't you just wear like a moustache and a disguise, and we can all go together and get really, really rich?
Oh, yeah, I'm not too bad at it now. Here's the thing. Like, look, I have a playing card up here, Bex. This is actually for you. And it's on a paper clip, okay? So here's the interesting thing. I did this a couple of hours ago. I just grabbed a deck of cards, took one card out, folded up, put it on a paper clip. You can't see what it is. But here's what I want you to do. Bex, would you prefer a red card or black card? Which do you prefer, red or black?
Red.
Red card.
Red.
She's a definitive redhead. It must be red.
Oh, yeah. Maybe people might think that's obvious. So if you want to change your mind to go black, you can. But you don't have to. So what do you want to do?
I want to stay with the red.
Okay, so red. So there's hearts and diamonds. Which would you prefer, the hearts or the diamonds?
Hearts.
Hearts. So we're going to go with hearts, yeah? So there's the ace, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the jack, the queen, and the king. Which card would you like?
4.
Not the 9, no? 4.
No, not the one you emphasize really subtly.
Yeah, so maybe I emphasize you to go away for it, or maybe I emphasize you to go for it. You'll never know. Maybe you'll never ever know. But here's the interesting thing. Okay, I took this out from a deck of cards like a long time ago, and I'm just going to take the paper clip off and get rid of that. Look, here's the crazy thing. I took it out and wrapped it up. Not the 9 of hearts, no?
No.
The 4 hearts, the exact one. That I wrapped up on the paper clip just for you, babe.
I don't. That is mental. I mean, it literally is mental.
It is.
Oh my God.
Now, that doesn't fall under hypnotism, obviously. Would that be mentalism, or is that just magic? What you just did?
That's a mixture of magic and mentalism. But so hypnosis is the type of thing that really only works when you're with somebody. Like I can actually hypnotize somebody through a screen. So for my one-to-one mind coaching, which I know, Sean, you're aware of, I do a lot of hypnosis through a platform such as this, but it takes about 20 to 25 minutes to put somebody into a deep altered state. But people out there can find out if they're hypnotizable or not right now.
Oh, how? Tell us how.
Yeah, share.
You can find out as well. So put down your glasses for a second and then just put out your hands like this. Okay, put out your hands like this. Okay, good. And just go ahead and interlock your fingers like this. Perfect. And squeeze them kind of tightly together. Good. And now extend just your first 2 fingers like this. So there's an inch gap between them. Straighten them all the way up so there's an inch gap. There you go. Straighten them up and stare at that gap And imagine there's magnets pulling your fingertips closer and closer and closer together. The gap getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And the magnet's getting stronger and stronger. And the gap getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until eventually your fingertips touch. And when your fingertips touch, that means that you are indeed hypnotizable.
No, that can't be true. I can't be. I was like, this doesn't work on me. I'm impervious. You can't get it. And I'm like, what are they doing? They're sticking together.
Oh my God.
Yours touched. Bex, they have now. It took Bex a little bit longer, which basically means that, Sean, you're slightly more hypnotizable than Bex. But again, if it worked for all the people out there, let you guys know and me know in the comment section. Because I guarantee you roughly about 50% to somewhere between 50 and 70% of the people watching right now, their fingers will have moved closer and closer and closer together, which is just suggestion from my voice.
So what does that mean then? If somebody is hypnotizable, say I am more hypnotizable than, say, Becca or somebody else, what does that mean neurologically? Why are some of us more susceptible to it and other people aren't? Why are some people impervious to it?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, years ago, people thought, and even now, I suppose, people thought, oh, maybe it's only silly people or stupid people that can be hypnotized. Actually, nothing could be further than
I used to think that back in the day, though.
Yeah, most people do. So, but actually, the truth is, you just need to have above average intelligence, like average intelligence or above, and a good imagination, because you need to be able to focus on my voice. Hence, you need to have average intelligence or above. So it's the opposite of what people think. So in other words, like people who are just like a bit dumbed down, not mentioning any well-known names over in America right now.
I'm positively negative about what you just said. I'm positive.
Don't know what you mean.
But here's the thing, they can't follow instruction. So you need to be able to follow instruction, follow my voice. And so by doing this is not in any way physiologically. I'm just suggesting to you that there's magnets on your fingertips. And by that suggestion, if your fingertips are moving closer and closer together, that means that you're accepting the suggestion. And I know if people are willing to accept that suggestion on that level, then they're willing to accept it on a neurological level under hypnosis. And then you can go into more advanced techniques, which, as I said, generally take longer amounts of time. I have two questions for you, though. Question number one is to Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe, I'm serious with this now, and we're friends, but do you believe on any level that over the last, whatever it's been, that I've influenced you at all? Like, truly believe? Not hamming it up for the camera or anything else. Do you believe that I might have influenced you?
By the fact that I've been listening to what you're saying and you give good advice, so yes, you've influenced me in that sense. But if you're saying, have you inceptioned my head? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, of course you don't. And we need people to really, truly realize, like at a deep, visceral level, that we haven't set anything up, and you don't know what you're about to say in a moment. So when I snap my fingers, you're going to say the first word that comes to mind. Only when I snap my fingers. Look at me. 3, 2, 1. Just one word. Now.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Ice cream. That's so interesting. I said that. So now we'll get back to
why that's in my head.
We'll get back to ice cream in a few moments. But for now, Bex, this is for you. Okay? Let me get this. So I'm going to hold a piece of paper behind it so you can really see it. So give me a moment.
Is that a fish hook?
Yeah. So this is known as a treble hook. So I'm a fisherman. I love fishing. This is a treble hook, which means...
It looks like it would hurt going in.
There's more coming out. But here's the thing. But here's the thing. Okay, once that gets into a fish's mouth, it's not getting out. So that's the idea behind a treble hook. This is not for catch and release. This is for catch and cook. Let's put it that way. So here's the idea. There's a number of strings dangling down from the fish hook. I'll hold it this way so you can see it. And you can see the strings are color coordinated. So we've got yellow, red, green, black, and blue. Okay?
Yes.
So if you were here in person, Bex, I'd be getting you to do this in person, but you're obviously not. So I'm going to do it for you. So let me tell you, one of these strings, and only one of these strings, is tied tightly to the hook. The other 4 are just freely running. They're not tied to it at all, okay? And in a few moments, Bex, you are going to go fishing, because whatever color you name, and you'll name 4 colors one at a time. Whatever color you name, I'm going to pull that string and I'm going to pull it hard. I'm not going to muck around. I'm really going to pull it very hard. Okay?
Okay.
Now, in a moment, I'll be going silent because we're not going to do this with my hand. We're going to do this with my mouth.
No.
So, Bex.
No.
You're going
That's
to go
a massive responsibility.
Here we go. There it is, right? Huh?
Oh my God. Keith. Sean, what am I going to do? Oh my God.
Ooh, the stakes just went up a bit here. Woo!
Wait, so one is joined, the others are loose, and I have to pick the loose ones, right? The ones that I don't think are attached. Okay, I'm going to start, oh my God. I've just ruined his whole career. This is a lot of pressure, guys. Okay, I'm going to start with...
Just notice, where's the black one gone? We're missing a string.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, they got stuck together. It's there.
Oh, okay.
No, I want to make sure you can see it. So we'll go again. Okay, there's 5. You're only going to pull 4. Okay. Whichever ones you decide on, one at a time, I will pull. Here we go again.
I'm nervous. I'm sweating. It's not even happening to me. Okay. All right. I will start with yellow.
Oh, that hook looks like it's going to hurt if you get this wrong.
I'm really sweating.
Oh,
I'm so
man.
nervous.
I'm glad you're doing this.
Oh, I'm not. Green.
Green.
Oh. Okay.
Scotch.
You want a drink?
Yeah, I don't blame you. I want one just watching it. All right.
Black.
What colour?
Black. Oh. Okay. Our Father who art in heaven. I'm gonna pick blue.
Oh, I just feel like I'm going to see it coming to you.
Only one tied on was indeed the red one.
Oh my God. Oh
I'm not
my
even going to
God.
ask how you practice that trick before you do it. That looks extremely
You know
dangerous.
what? Well, one day I'm going to get it wrong. Actually, I have a funny story for you. I've been reading for, and it involves LA. So years and years ago, and it was interesting that you picked red, by the way, but years ago, I was on Jimmy Kimmel, and it was my first time on Jimmy Kimmel, and I was practicing a trick in my apartment, which was down like in mid-Hollywood. And anyway, I came up with this trick where I was taking a black-eyed bean, which is like a small pea, and I was putting it inside my ear, and I was going to squeeze it inside my face, and he could feel it in there. He could feel it inside my skin.
Oh.
And pop it out my eye, right?
Oh.
So, wait, it gets funnier. So I put the black-eyed bean in, and it was my first time rehearsing it, and I lost the black-eyed bean down my ear canal, right? So the next minute, I'm in my apartment, not knowing like Hollywood very well, and I'm like, well, what do I do? So of course, what I do what my mother would tell me to do. Just get the Hoover there, Keith, and Hoover it out. So I got the Hoover, and I was trying to Hoover it out, right?
That's so dangerous.
I swear this is true. My kids' lives, this is true. So afterwards, I then I called Amy's V. So Amy's V, she probably will end up watching this because she's still out there in Hollywood work. She was my publicist at the time. I think she's Sarah Silverman's manager now, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, Amy was my publicist, and I rang her, and it was so funny. I said, Amy, I've got a black-eyed bean down my ear canal. Will you come take it out? And she was like, it was a real Hollywood publicist answer. It was like, Keith, I would not feel comfortable with that. Go to Cedars-Sinai right now. I went to Cedars-Sinai.
I don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
I don't want to get sued.
Cedars-Sinai, which is obviously where, like for anybody watching who doesn't know what that is, it's where all the crazy celebrities go, you know. So they're used to crazy people going in there, you know.
Oh, hashtag epic fail.
Oh, so I did have one final trick for you. Okay?
Oh, please.
Yes, please.
And we can talk more after this, but I want to do this now for a reason, because I've already put a word inside Beck's mind. Okay. So just like Sean, what was yours again? Ice cream, wasn't it?
Ice cream.
So Bex, I want you, when I snap my fingers, to say a word that has nothing to do with ice cream. That's the most important part about this. It must have no association whatsoever with ice cream. Okay? 3 seconds, 2, 1, go.
Magic.
Magic. Now, interesting. You could have said anything in the world. Maybe people will think that's obvious, maybe not, but you said magic. Ice cream, magic. Now, before we get to what I want to get to, actually, I just realized this. I'm going to bring this over here. See this here? I'm just going to bring this over here, and I don't want this to go out of shot. And I realize I have to do something where it will go out of shot, because I just came up with this for the two. So I'm going to leave this. Let me just think about this for a second. I want you to see this remains in full view. So I'm going to bring the camera down because I want you to see here first, okay? Ooh. There.
Yeah. Ooh, how exciting.
Okay, good. So I want you to see those numbers. I'm going to leave that. Can you see the edge of the envelope there? Can you see the envelope?
Yeah.
I need to make sure that stays in full view. All right, so I've got numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, in a few moments, okay, you are going to decide where these numbers go. Okay, and then we're going to get back to the envelope here. Okay, so first of all, the 0. I've got arrows here. Okay, Bex, you tell me. Okay, well, actually, before we do this, I'm going to mix up the numbers. Okay, I'm going to take these numbers. I'm going to mix them up underneath the table because I don't want you to see where the numbers
it looks like they're your hands, Bex, because you're right underneath him in the Zoom. How are you doing that, Bex?
Me and my mannish hands.
I'm going to mix these up. Can you see me mixing them up?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm going to do this underneath the table so that you don't know the order of the numbers. I'll do it behind the envelope. Okay, I'm going to mix these up. Mix. I don't want you to see the numbers. I don't want the envelope falling either. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to mix. Mix. Okay, good. All right, so Bex. Okay, I want to make sure you can see this.
Yeah.
Okay, Bex. This one here. Okay. I'm going to go across. Tell me which arrow you wanted me to stop on.
Stop.
There? Okay, I'll put it there. Okay, Sean, the next number. Where do you want this one to go?
Stop.
There. Okay. Bex?
Stop.
Here?
Yep.
The next one.
Sean, it's your go.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was your go. Sorry.
Sorry.
Go again.
Okay, I don't even mind. Sean, this one, or the last one. Which one?
The second one. Yeah, the second one. No, go back.
Oh, back.
Yeah.
Where do you want? Back here.
Number 2.
The second.
The second
two,
spot.
please.
There we go.
2.
And this one, Bex?
Number 1 spot.
Here?
Yes, there.
Okay. This one, Sean?
Yeah, the last spot.
Last one. Well, there's 2. And then this one. Okay, I've got 2 more left, but this one down here.
There. Yeah.
All right, so here's that it. Bex, do you want to swap any of these numbers for any other number?
No.
Sean, do you want to swap any of these numbers for any of the other numbers?
No.
No? Okay, let's see what we've got here, okay? So we got 7, 3, 9, 4, 0, 2, 5. Are you happy that both of you came up with that number of your own volition, yes?
Yes. We love it.
739 4025. Remember that now. 739 4025. Now this was in full view over here the whole time, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sean and Bex. And the number you came up with was 739 4025. Because see, this didn't just say Sean and Bex. This is actually a number. 739 4025.
Wow.
What?
Wow. That, do you know what, bro?
Oh my God.
That is impressive.
Oh.
I was like, I don't think this is working. I don't think this is working for him. It's all going wrong.
This is going to be
I'm
a
not
bit
going to be a
embarrassing for
patsy.
him.
I'm not playing in on this. I was like, Wow.
Here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazier thing. Check this out. Look, if I open up the envelope, you just have to tear it open. Inside the envelope here, I want to keep this in full view. Okay, there's actually a clipboard. Now you can see it here. On the front it says my Instagram handle, which is just at the Keith Barry. But on the back here, look, 3 hours ago, I really taped down this envelope. I really taped it down. And I put a sticker on it. And inside here, there's a piece of paper. I want to keep this in full view. Look, check this out. And if I open this up, Sean, you can read out loud what it says. What does it say?
Oh, for sod's sake. I will influence Sean to say ice cream and Bex to say magic.
Oh my God.
And read the rest of it.
And she will keep me safe by not pulling. Oh my God. Red. Oh,
Red.
fucking out loud. Oh my God. That's impressive, mate.
What?
That's
Oh
really
my
impressive.
God. I need to lie down. This is a
When
lot. This is a lot.
When we get lockdown, of course, I can have like a camera back there with a camera operator that can zoom out and zoom in. But for now, it's just me and my laptop panning down and trying to keep everything in shot.
You know what? The trick,
How do you do this?
the fact that that's been sitting there for the whole time we've been talking, that's what. And you did a trick similar to that. Remember, I was going to say at the Olympia, I went to see him play in Dublin once. And I said, we're going to be tight. I got in there just as the show was starting. So I didn't even know if he knew I was there. But then he kind of found me. He was like, is Sean here? And he's like, I want you to pick something. And he made me think of something. And I was like, I don't want to get the trick wrong for him.
Yeah.
And he said, I want you to think of somebody. And Game of Thrones had just started. And I was thinking of Peter Dinklage, but I couldn't remember his last name. So I said, Peter Dink something. And he wrote that down and had it on the stage the whole time. And I was like,
Pete Dink something.
how could you know that I wouldn't know what his name was? I was just mystified.
Unbelievable. You're amazing.
Well, thanks.
Unbelievable.
Of course, I love performing for you guys, but I'd rather be sitting there hanging out and having a couple of beers with you and figuring out
Mate.
what we're getting on. So
I don't know, man. You are so. I mean, you're a bloody wizard. I'm sorry. Like, I don't even smoke, and I feel like I need a cigarette. I'm drenched in sweat. My heart is pounding.
I think your business card should just say wizard, Keith Barry, wizard.
Opposite effect that I'd like to have.
Don't just draw that someone.
You've got more powers than any of the characters on Once Upon a Time. I mean, it's magic.
Thanks again for doing this. Thank you for making us laugh and entertaining us. And you truly are a magical man. And I love you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and love you both. And I'll see you very soon, hopefully in LA or in Ireland, wherever we all be.
Yes.
Please God, very soon.
Either way, LA or Ireland, but we're hanging out as soon as this is over. Thanks so much for doing this, Keith. We love you.
No worries. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Bye, gorgeous.
See you next
See
time.
ya.
See you later.
Bye.